right, so it's Mark from TIETS Informational here. So today we're going to talk about 5 tribes. And there's a lot of videos already out on 5 tribes. There's a lot of walkthroughs and gameplays and so forth. So this is Days of Wonder's game from 2014. It was really exciting. A lot of people really like it. It is more of a gamer's game, as you know. So let's talk about it real quick. To give you a quick opinion if this is something you should buy. Now, if you collect all the Days of Wonder's games, then you probably want to have this game. Components are amazing. It's got really cool little palm trees, little palaces, tons of meeples, a lot of really cool genie cards, gen cards, and they're, you know, all different variable powers, really cool artwork. So the game itself is, I would say it's a fun game. But it does get a little chaotic. So this game is really interesting to me because there's a lot of things you can do, and there can be a lot of AP, analysis paralysis, going on. The biggest thing about this game is there is a lot of randomness to it. So there's not necessarily luck like with dice rolls and stuff, but you have so many options that you can do on your turn some of the time, and then it gets to the point as the game progresses where you have really limited options or even none. So what happens in this game is when you play a 4-player game, basically if you're planning what you're going to do at the end of your turn, more than likely the next turn it's not going to happen unless you're the last player and then you bid your way to be the first player and you can somehow set yourself up. But rarely that happens because coins and victory points are the same in a sense. So you have to pay to go first. You have to bid more, so you have to start deciding, okay, hey, is it worth it to bid to be higher and go first in turn order, or should I save my money and hopefully get something that pops up when my turn comes up? So, for example, you may be planning, hey, I'm going to get these assassins and do this move, and then by the time your turn comes up, that move's completely gone. And then you're sitting there going, okay, well, do I get merchants? Do I go for the visors? Do I try to, and you really start to have to think about what you're going to do. And then everybody else is sitting there going, okay. So although it is fun when it's your turn and you're thinking, it can be boring for other players. And there's so much randomness with it, and your move more than likely is going to go away, especially if it's a really good move. And so you're not really playing for yourself per se, you're playing for whatever's there. Or you got to try to stop other people from doing what they're doing, but when you do that, you're kind of running into a situation where you can't do what you wanted to do. So if you're a real strategic thinker and you're a planner and you like to really be able to analyze, you know, where everybody's at victory point wise, you're not going to like this game because it's really hard to predict. Now, on the other side, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, you know, they like this with 4 players. For me, it's the opposite, because when you play 2 players, you get 2 turns per round, and you can technically go, okay, so you can almost plan out your turns. I mean, you're only having to deal with 1 variable. So I like this game better with 2 players, and I think design-wise, it's really better for 3 or 4, but fun-wise and strategically, I think it's more exciting with 2. So that's my take on it. You know, I really like complicated, heavy Euros. I like that kind of a game. I love these components. I have all the Days of Wonder games, so obviously I'm gonna, you know, have it in my collection. Whether or not you need it, if you don't like that random chaos kind of stuff going on, and your game group or who you play games with suffers from AP, analysis paralysis, you might not like 5 tribes. So I would say it's not something you have to own. Component-wise, you know, right in line with all the Days of Wonders games. But I'm not a huge fan. I'm not thrilled. I probably will play it again. But more than likely, with so many other options out there, I'm probably not going to play or not going to be a big fan of 5 tribes. Thanks. Take it easy.